Hello curry lovers, welcome back! Alright guys, so I'm pretty sure some of you are lucky enough to pull our girl, KeQing. So far from her playstyle, she is a sword user, a main sword user, which means she attacks really fast. So for KeQing, mainly as you can see here, she doesn't really have very high attack, but to compensate for that, her built-in ability when you ascend her is actually crit damage, which means that the path you should take is pretty obvious. Just go all crit red. Why? Why crit red? Because the more you crit, because like she goes crit damage, so the more we crit, the higher the output is. So as you can see here, my KeQing actually has 160% crit damage and 40.7% crit rate. However, this is still not ideal, because ideally what we would want is actually to get about 55 to 60% crit rate, and for the crit damage, if possible, around 180 to 200%. But that will be all based on our artifacts. So I'll talk more about that later on. So for the weapon that I'm using right now, I'm using the black sword, which in my opinion is easily better than the 5-star swords that is currently in the game. It's the only sword so far that actually builds up crit rate, and it is a 4-star. So as we have mentioned earlier, for KeQing, her most important trait is crit rate. Because when you ascend her, she already gets crit damage, so we want to utilize the crit damage as much as we can. And the other thing which I really love about the black sword is it actually increases our normal and charge attacks. As a sword user, you'll be using her charge attack more often than not. In addition to that, it also gives KeQing the ability to replenish her own HP, which is amazing. For the artifacts, normally what we want to run is 2 set Gladiator and 2 set Thunder Fury. Why Thunder Fury? Because when you use her E ability, which is right here, when you use her E ability, it actually converts her damage to lightning, to electro damage after that. So as you can see here, after she uses her E ability, she will change her attack to electro damage. So by pumping electro damage, we'll be able to increase her damage output even more. And Gladiator obviously is to increase her attack percentage. And right now I'll just let you have a glance of the artifacts I have. It's not ideal yet. I'm still hunting for the 5 stars, and I'm still hunting for the perfect rolls. It's pretty tough. So right now I'm running the Gladiator's Nostalgia, Survivor of Catastrophe, and Gladiator's Logging, Wanderer's String Cutter, and this one was supposed to be the most ideal roll I have, but apparently all my rolls were bad, so I got Energy Recharge, Elemental Mastery. Ideally you want crit rate, crit damage, and attack, and of course this will have to be electro damage. And finally is the Thunder Summoner's Crown. Just go crit damage with this, or if possible, if you're not using the black sword, then just go with crit rate. If you're using the black sword, go with crit damage. And for your rolls, ideally you want crit rate, attack percentage, and crit damage as well. So for the constellation, I was actually lucky enough to get one of her dupe. So the first one will actually increase her E ability by 50%, which means when you charge at the enemy, when you use E on the enemy, there'll be another subline which is 50% of her electro damage. So KeQing mainly is built around electro damage, so all her constellation actually revolve around electro damage as well. And that's all for my review and first look at KeQing. Overall, I would say she's a very fun and very interesting character, And if you managed to pull her, then congratulations, you got yourself a very good unit and a very good waifu. If not, I hope RNG would bless you in your future pulls and you'll be able to get your own KeQing as well. Alright, that's all for me guys. Thumbs up and like if you enjoyed the video, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much and have a good one. Cheers.